Moving right on, let's keep it then with some more trading recommendations. Joining in right now, we've got Ruchit Jain as well as Manish Hatiramani. Ruchit, the markets are circling around the 85.50 mark. In light of this, what's your trading strategy? Which stocks would you advise?
So on stock specific front, we are recommending a buy call in Havells. Probably since last couple of months, the stock is trading in a sideways movement. But if you observe the longer term charts, then there's a high top, high bottom formation structure, which indicates that this is just a time-wise correction within an uptrend. Now, in today's trading session, again with an up move, the volumes are increasing. Hence, we are expecting resumption of the uptrend in the stock. One can buy the stock at current levels of around 366 with stop loss below 354. We are expecting a target of 388 on the higher side in this stock in about next 10 to 15 trading sessions. My second call is a buy call in Oro Pharma. The stock has been in a broader uptrend. Since last couple of months, the stock was trading sideways and has resulted into formation of inverted head and shoulders pattern. Now the neckline of the pattern also matches with the falling trend line resistance. But due to the good volumes coming in, while formation of this right shoulder, we are anticipating a breakout of this pattern in couple of days itself. Hence, one can buy the stock on Aurobindo Pharma at current levels or on any dips around 780 levels. Keep stop loss below 754, expecting a target of 830 in short term.
Two buy calls coming in from Ruchit, Havells as well as Aurobindo Pharma, both of them gaining very smartly in trade. But Manish, take us through some of the calls that you'd recommend to our viewers. You have an all-buy list as well.
Good morning, Mubina, Avan, and to all our viewers. 3 buy calls is what I'm working with. My first buy is on Maruti for a target of 4630, stop loss of 4400. The stock had a resistance zone around 4400 and we are trading above that level. It is in fine momentum. The second buy is on Kotak Bank for a target of 800, stop loss 765. The stock has triggered the previous high of 778 on the back of very good volumes. The last buy is on a Colgate for a target of 975, stop loss 920. The stock was sideways to down for a very long time. We have now broken out into a fresh uptrend.
Okay, that's the view coming in from Manish Hatiramani talking about Maruti, Kotak Mahindra Bank as well as Colgate. Time to delve in then to the commodity space as well. Manoj Jain, President Commodity and Forex at India Nivesh is with us on the show. Manoj, a number of strategies that you've outlined. Let's start off with the first, a buy on copper. What kind of levels are you looking at here?
Yeah, good morning. As far as metal is concerned, entire metal peg is giving very good momentum in international market, and even in domestic market we have seen good run up in entire base metal peg. As far as copper strategy is concerned, we can play two-way strategy. If the prices are fall below 334, then we can go for a short strategy as far as intraday is concerned. But as soon as the copper is hold the 337 level at MCX, then we can go for a long, keeping a stop loss below 334 for the upside target of 343.
Okay, just allow me to interrupt you there. We've got some numbers coming in on your screens. Dewan Housing has put out its earnings, 201 crore rupees. So you could say that the profit performance this time around has been pretty much in line with what the street was expecting. This is versus an ET Now expectations of about 214 crores versus a comparable of almost 173 crore rupees. Watch out for what they deliver by way of asset quality, net interest income, as well as their net interest margins. Now, in terms of asset quality, it's likely to remain stable for Dewan Housing this time around. The net interest income, 485 crores. That's the number that the ET Now poll is throwing up, which would mean an up move of almost 22% on year. Net interest margins as well are likely to remain stable for Dewan Housing. For now, with that headline number, the profit, the stock is holding out very smartly. It's jumped up in the green and is up by a good 1% right now. Would be very important as well to monitor what the management delivers by way of margins and asset quality. 483, that is what they've delivered by way of the net interest income and bang in line with what the street was expecting. We were going in, as I said, with a number of about 485, which means that on a year-on-year basis, Dewan Housing has seen decent growth in net interest income of 20% plus. So on the two parameters, I think it's been a fairly decent number for Dewan Housing. For now, the stock is clearly cheering that, holding out around that 220 level for now. the outlook on their growth in the salaried and developer segment, the movement on their borrowing costs, all of that will be important to monitor. Just going to give you a flavor of what they did by way of GNPAs in the previous quarter. That was at 0.95, and their assets under management as on March 31st stood at about 69,500 odd crore rupees. So watch out for their asset quality as well. Has there been a deterioration? Is that why the stock is slipping off a little bit from the day's high? And what is the outlook as well when it comes to their net interest margins? Remember, on both parameters, we were expecting decent growth. Have details that their sanctions on a year-on-year basis are up about 12% at 8,810 crore rupees. But rapidly coming off, by the way, for the stock price of Dewan Housing. So perhaps some sort of deterioration in asset quality, some sort of one-off. So we'd have to look a little bit closer as to the numbers before we really give a final consensus, because for now I think the street should be pleased with that 201 crores that they've delivered in the profit front. Healthy net interest income, bang in line with what we were working with at about 485 crores. It's come in at 483 crore rupees. But the stock is now inched into the red as we speak at just about 217. So keep an eye out on those numbers. But right back to commodities and some strategies. And Manoj, what's the word on crude oil prices? What's the strategy here?
As far as crude oil is concerned, we have seen steep pressure in international markets somewhere around 46 odd levels. And as far as the prices are hold above $45, we have seen the good revive in the production of shale gas. And rig counts are continuing to be increasing, and this will put pressure on crude prices in international market in days to come. As far as intraday or short-term strategy is concerned, we are expecting some pressure in crude prices in international as well as domestic market. For intraday's perspective, we can go short in crude oil somewhere around 3,100 odd levels. For the downside target of 3,030, keeping a stop loss of 3,140.
Right, those are some strategies coming in from commodities. Thanks so much, Manoj, and thanks all of our guests for joining in with the market views. It's a wrap on BNSN. Stay tuned for Market Sense, which comes up next.